Good morning, everybody. It is 8 minutes past 9 o'clock right now. Welcome back to the program. And look at this right here, Michelle.
That's right. Drag King DSM is upon us. So for those, and here to tell us all about it, we have Jennifer Carruthers. We've seen her on here several times talking about great events that are coming. We also have Anita Holland joining us. And so for those who aren't familiar, this is the 9th year for it.
It is the 9th year.
Long run, isn't it?
So kind of just...
Which means I'm getting old.
And it's supposed
And you're doing it right.
I know.
Yeah.
The largest one in the country.
It is the largest all drag king show in the whole country.
So kind of just, set us up here. What
give
is
us
this
a little
event?
bit of the history,
A little bit of the history. We started just like kind of like a party for our friends, and I saw an opportunity for a group of folks in an already marginalized community, in the LGBT community, that weren't being represented. And so I started doing the work and started recruiting and finding performers to see if they would come to Des Moines, Iowa to do a drag king show, and the response was overwhelming.
Now, you got some attention on a national level, too, right off the bat, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we've had a lot of attention. I actually was just reached out by a producer out of New York for Vice, and they want to do potentially an episode about activism in America, specifically around drag kings being kind of second-class citizens within our own community.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty exciting. So look for that possibly next year, which is super exciting.
Now, for those people that aren't familiar with what one of these shows are all about, why don't you explain what that is?
Well, drag is just basically the art of performance of portraying whatever you want. So whether you identify as male, female, for this instance, drag king is we're presenting masculine qualities. Okay. There's some trans men that perform. There's women. I mean, it's literally the whole spectrum. That just come out and they try to present a different illusion.
It's artistry.
It's artistry. It's beautiful and it's cool and it's rare. You don't really see it around Des Moines a lot. It's it's become a little more prevalent, but it's still pretty unique, which makes it fun too.
And one of the artists that
is
we have
here.
And so you were because you are from Philadelphia, correct?
Actually, I was born in Utah, raised in Iowa, South Side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Graduate of Lincoln.
All right.
Plot twist.
Where'd you go to school?
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
That's right. That's right. Class of 2000. Oh no.
Oh.
Getting old. But yeah, I moved to Philadelphia in 2014, and these cats have been flying me in as a guest artist for like the last, I don't know, 6 years.
Yeah.
So 6 out of the 9, isn't that great?
I've been performing for 8 out of the 9. Yeah, it's a good time.
Now, do you perform in the Philadelphia area too?
I do.
Okay. And what first drew you to performances like this?
I mean, I was already a performance artist, but what drew me to Drag King DSM was Jen was looking for some more performers, and my friend Emily said, you know who would be really good for this? Mm-hmm. Anita. Jen was like, I don't know this person that well yet. And Emily was like, no, you'll be fine. And got out on that stage, had a really good time. I wasn't sure. I was thinking of going with like a Lenny Kravitz twist, but then I was like, wait, you know who really speaks to me? Prince.
Oh, really? There you go.
So is that what we're going to see from you?
I mean,
this event?
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll see a little Prince.
Maybe a little mix?
There might be some Freddie Mercury. Who knows?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got some interest being piqued here by a couple of people.
And then you also, we were talking earlier, but there's kind of a personal, a neat story with your grandma, and kind of talk about that a little bit.
This year is a personal twist. I think for like, what is it, 4 to 5 out of the last?
Yeah, 4 to 5 years.
So the first time my grandmother came to see the show, she was the first person to come up to me on stage with a dollar bill in her mouth and a mustache upside down on her face.
No way.
Your grandma.
Yes.
Your grandma.
Yes. Absolutely. And the MC was blown away. She was like, who are you? So I'm upstairs changing for my second number, and the MC just pulls my grandma on stage and she's like, what is your name? And she's like, Teddy, which is not her real name. But she loves teddy bears, and so she was like right there with it.
That's sharp.
Sharp as tack. And then after that I was like, oh, clearly you have to be part of my like whole shtick. So every year I'll like serenade her and bring her on stage.
Oh, that
is
awesome.
Yeah, it's been really helpful. She's a very loving and accepting and beautiful human. And I always have her in my heart. And so we're going to honor her tonight.
Wonderful. So what you're saying, she's no longer with us?
She is no longer with us.
Okay, but she will be in spirit.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is so great.
If you go to Drag King DSM, everybody knows who Teddy is. Teddy is the 80-year-old grandmother that gets up on stage with nothing more than a mustache on her. I mean, same everyday grandma gear. And like slaps on a mustache, and all of a sudden she is transformed from Marianne to Teddy.
To Teddy.
And so it's amazing.
Talk about some of the other performers that we're going to see as part of this show.
Oh my gosh, we have performers coming in, obviously Philadelphia, Sarasota. We have a couple of folks out of Tulsa, Kansas City, a couple folks out of Chicago, and then some local individuals. So you're literally getting some of the best performers in the whole country tonight.
Well, and a pretty big crowd we expect too.
Oh yes, it's usually a sellout. So we'll see how it goes.
No, tell everybody where the venue is.
It's Woolies.
Okay.
Downtown East Village. So yeah, doors are going to be 8, show's going to be 9. There are still tickets available. It's going to be hosted by Mary Jane and Jamie Sexton, who are local celebrity drag queen MCs. They're fantastic. So yeah, it's going to be a good event. We're excited.
So tickets ahead of time. Right?
Yes, get them ahead of time.
Now, I want to ask you about, you obviously you want to get regular tickets too, but you have some VIP opportunities as
well.
We
do. They're sold out.
Oh, those are sold out.
Yeah, way to tease everyone, Lou.
Oh, I'm trying to help you out
Hey,
here.
go
on, get those VIP.
It's not available
What about
anymore.
tables? What about tables? Do you still
All
get
of it's
tables?
gone.
All the tables are gone?
Everything's sold out. The tables and VIP sell out very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
But there's
really
still
do.
standing room.
But there's
still a
general
great
admission.
place in
Just
there,
yeah.
plenty of room for
So there's plenty of room.
everybody.
Perfect. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We have a nationally renowned artist that we're going to be performing here, representing all those cities. And this just goes to show that this thing really does have momentum, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, one of our performers, Spiky Van Dyke is the name. They're out of Sarasota, Florida. Was actually just in Elle magazine last year for their performance art. So there's, I mean, it's one of the top 5 drag kings probably in the world, honestly. If you Google drag kings, almost always, Jamie is her name. It comes up almost every time. So, I mean, you're talking, I mean, some big names. There's an article last year that dropped too. We have 3 of the 5 top people of color performing as well for their drag king performance art, which is pretty great. So, again, it's like, it's kind of a rock star show for like drag kings, honestly. It's pretty rad.
So does this...
And it's in Des Moines, Iowa.
Does this group of artists, do they go elsewhere to do this performance, or do we see it
These artists perform everywhere. I mean, they're literally traveling, doing their art. And so the thing I always find ironic is like, it's in Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah. Like the largest drag king show is right here in our little state in the center of the Midwest.
Now, and I'm going to ask you about this since you perform in other parts of the country. Is there anything even close to what this show has?
I mean... I usually do like mixed shows with like kings and queens.
Okay.
But like honestly, it's usually like smaller cabaret settings, maybe like smaller like music venues. But like, you know, Jen's gone a step beyond, because like not only is this taking place in like a music venue, but it's also a space that's not specifically queer or gay, but is actually for like the community at large. So I think what Jen has been doing and continues to do is something that's really special and like actually like pumps up visibility for folks.
Yeah, you're gonna get as many people in there as a big time rock show.
Oh yeah,
there's no question about that.
Okay.
Every time.
Yeah.
At Pride, we actually had a line out the door, sellout.
Did you
going
really?
all the way around? Yeah, to Uptown, and it was sold out. So it's pretty awesome.
It has an audience, and for maybe some of those that aren't from, you know, that just have never been
Yes.
before, or just kind of like, what is it? You know, kind of speak to that for a minute.
It's basically lip syncing songs in costume. Again, it's women or trans men presenting very masculine features, and it's just a lot of fun. The energy is magical. I mean, literally, we have people in there from age 18 to 80.
There you go.
I mean, it's just this really cool place where, I don't know, I've never experienced and I've never heard anyone talk about a negative experience there, where it's just this overwhelming, you know, moment for one night where everyone just kind of supports, you know, the individuality and
inclusive,
you know, and diverse, and
it's a celebration of transformation.
Yeah, I would agree.
Very well.
It's really beautiful.
And it sounds, if you go to these shows,
tonight. It's happening
we've
tonight.
been to these
Bring
shows.
your dollars.
If you go to these shows,
and bring
your
those dollars.
Bring your dollars and prepare to have some fun, because that's what it is. The bottom line is, this is fun.
This is true.
At Woolies, dragkingdsm.com. Still some tickets available, but it's going to be a full house, it sounds like.
It is.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for coming in. And
Very nice to meet you. Thanks for being back again for this. And Jen, good to see you.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
It is 18 minutes past 9 o'clock right now. Don't go too far. We're going to take care of a little bit of biz, and we're going to be right back